Hello, in this video we're going to show you how to create an essay online assessment and show some of the ELL reporting. The first thing I want to do is go over under assessments, print bubble sheets and get results. And when the screen comes back, what you want to do is select the assessment. Now the high school ELL assessment is number 515. I can just type it in there and it'll bring it up and filter this list out. What we've done is loaded the access scores from last spring, and they're all in here. So we have listening, speaking, reading, writing, and the composite. These you don't have to worry about. What we want to do is create a new assessment for August, and here we have the labels after each one. So August is an English formal letter, September social studies, October science, and so on. So to create one, I just go in here and we'll create a new assessment for Catherine Harlan. I just click on the printer icon button, and under select the student response entry method. What I want to do is generate student online keys. So I do that, and that will generate the bubble sheet. I just click on that, it opens up, and here's what it looks like. So here's each student, name of the assessment, this is where they'll log in, and here's their key. So we have one key for each student. Now what the student would do is log into this URL, and that will bring them to this screen here, and here they type in their name and the assessment key. In this case it was 702520. Click on login, just confirm that everything looks correct there, and that just brings up a blank screen where they can type into. If they would like to view the prompt, you can just click this here, and the way we have this set up, we have each prompt for each month, and that just brings up the prompt here. They can read that, and it puts it into a separate window so they can kind of look at this and come back to the original screen. They can just toggle back by clicking on the tabs. Now I have a mini word processor, so what I can do is type some text in here, and I'm just going to paste some text in. And what I can do is I can do some formatting. For example, if I want to bold some of the text, I can just highlight there, bold it. Maybe I want to use italics, I can do that. We can change text color by clicking on this text formatting color icon right here and make it red. I can do stuff like making different color background, maybe blue or yellow. So I can do all kinds of formatting, change the font and so on. So it's just basically like a mini word processor. If I'm having a lot to type, I can also click on this icon to make it full screen, and click it again, that shrinks it back down. We have two different options. I can either save the assessment and continue later. So if I click that one, what will happen is it will save everything, but I'll be able to re-log in with the key that I used before. The other option is submit the essay and log off. That's typically what will happen, and when you do that, it'll bring up a little warning here just to verify that they're done, because once they click yes, what it will do is it'll log them off, and they will not be able to log in again unless the teacher opens up the assessment. So in this case, I'm just going to say yes, and that's it. At this point, the teacher would log in and it would show them their assessment. In this case, we did this August English assessment. All they need to do is click on the select classes and then click on this view score online results. This is where all the scoring will take place. So I just click on that. And what that will do is bring up my class roster and show everything that was scored. In this case, I put my name in here and it shows the scored date. All I need to do is click on this pencil icon, and what that will do is bring up my text that I wrote, and I can scroll through there. And at this point, all I need to do is be able to score it. So if question 1A, I can give it a score. question 2, and question 3. If I want to look at the prompt, I can do that here. And there's my prompt. And I can also put some comments in. I can put in a area of success, and again, I'll just put some comments in. Now we did limit it to 300 characters, so when it prints out there is some limit to that. I'll just paste some in there. And then for the future focus, I can also do the same thing. I'll just paste some characters in. Again, I only got up to 300 characters. Basically, I just have to close this out now, and I'm done, and it's scored everything. If I had multiple students here, with the results, all I have to do is hit the next student, and it would bring them up. In this case, this student does not have any results, but I can just toggle through that and show each student. Makes it very, very simple. So the next thing we'll show is the reporting. So I'm going to close out of this. And now what I can do is go under Select Reports, and I'm going to select the WIDA Speaking and Writing report. Just hit the Run button, and that will bring up all my students. Shows the grade level, their current level, and this is their access scores, and then this is the one that I just entered. This is their composite score. So if I want to look at any of the detail, I can click on this View Student Detail, and it will show me all the different strands and how they did, as well as the access scores. From here, what I can do is print all their writing samples. If I click that, again, that opens up a PDF. And the first section of this is the writing prompt. And then this is the actual text, along with the comments that I put in there. If it was writing samples, from a regular bubble sheet, those would show up as well. If I want to look at just one month, again, could have multiple months here, and when you click this, print data and writing samples will print all the writing samples for that student. But if I want to look at one particular month, I can just click on that month, and it will do this, just print the writing sample for that student. And coming back to our main screen, just a couple of notes. If I want to view all the students, all I have to do is click this radio button. So if I click that, what that will do is pull in all the students in the ELL program. There's somewhere around 224 that are in the program, and it will show all their scores. Now the other thing I can do is I can sort on any of these columns. If I click once, it will sort low to high. So if I want to find the students at the low end and scroll down to the students that are in the high end, I can do that. If I click it again, it will reverse it. So now it's in descending order. The other thing that I can do is there's some filters on here. So for example, if I want to find all the students that are greater than, let's say, 4, I can just put in that, and it'll sort or filter out all those scores that are greater than 4. And all I have to do is click that filter icon and say clear. Or I can say anything that's equal to, say 5. I can just click on equals and 5 if there are any there. Yep, there's some there. And then I can just click that X to clear the filter. And that's a quick overview on how to create online essay assessments and what the ELL reporting looks like.